Hello everyone, basicollie here and welcome to week 6 of season 1 on iRacing in 2026. Now, before we get this video underway, I hope you all had a fantastic Daytona 24-hour. We unfortunately had, let's say, mechanical issues, and that kind of led us to not winning our event. But regardless of what happened in our race, I hope your race went well, and let me know in the comments exactly how it panned out for you, because it was a very, very good weekend. There were highs and there were lows, but I think another record amount of people signing up for the most popular race in sim racing in the world. Anyways, right, let's crack on with this week's episode. Hopefully you're not too depressed after Daytona's gone and move on to next week, because it always feels a little bit, I don't want to say depressing, but you just, after the Daytona 24 hours on, you're a little bit like, oh, what do you do now, kind of thing. But we'll talk about this week, and we're going to talk about IMSA first, and we go to Motorland Aragon. Now, for me, personally, this is, without a doubt, the most slept on track in the whole service. This track is superb. It really is great. It's got absolutely everything you could want from a racetrack, and I adore it. Every time I race here, everything suits it, and it's really odd to get a racetrack where you can just pick any car and it just works. It really does, and this track does that, and that's Motorland Aragon. It is the motorcycle layout for this one. Okay, I'll see if I can pop a picture on the screen for you now so you know exactly what layout it is, but yeah, it's just brilliant. Now, the in-game start time is 9:30 in the morning. You've got IMSA open, fixed, and you do have the 6-hour here this weekend. So if you didn't have enough endurance racing at the weekend, you've got another 6-hour this weekend to fill your boots with. Now, I will say one thing, the Open does have a 34% chance of rain, so do keep an eye on the sky for that one. That will certainly make things a little bit spicy for the Open. As for the 6-hour at the weekend and the fixed, there is no chance of rain in either of those at all. Now, I'll be honest, participation levels for IMSA are going to be quite low, because it's the week after Daytona. Everyone's just, I can't be bothered. After that, I'm going to take a break. But if you do get a chance and you're hungry for more, please do give this track a go. It's very much slept on. It's because it's a track that no one's really heard of. If you give it a go, I can assure you, I want to say promise, but that's strong, but I can assure you it's a very, very good racetrack, and you will have good fun. Anyways, let's move on to another series, shall we? Okay, next up, let's talk about the Porsche Cup Series. Let's talk about the Open and the Fixed. And as always, both those series are following each other, and they are going to Road Atlanta this week. I think this one will be the most popular series out of all of them this week. The Porsche Cup pretty much is the most popular series in season 1 of 2026 anyways. But obviously, when you had Daytona last weekend, it may have dropped slightly, but it was at Lemon, so it's still pretty damn high. But yeah, this is going to firmly take the #1 spot again, in my opinion. Road Atlanta is a very popular track. Most people like it, some people don't, but it is still a very popular track on the surface regardless, and so is the car. And what is also going to be popular about this one is that the track temp isn't too high, and there's no chance of rain. So every time I've loaded into the sim, it's about mid-20 degrees Celsius, so still pretty good temperatures. And yeah, there's no chance of rain at all. I think the in-game start time's about 1:15 in the afternoon, so 1:15 p.m. But yeah, not really much to talk about here. Porsche Cup, Road Atlanta, it's going to be a giga combo. Very, very popular indeed. The #1 combo this week, without a shadow of a doubt. I think it will smash everything else out the park. And yeah, could be some high softs, and should be good fun. No chance of rain, so all gravy, baby. I think it's, yeah, going to be a really, really good week for Porsche Cup players, that's for sure. Okay, next up, are you one of those people that absolutely loves chaos, just loves a combination where you just think to yourself, that is going to be mental. That will just be a place to lose your SR and destroy your I rating, but for some reason, you just love it. Well, that's me, and this is a combination I think will be one for you. This is the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, the GT4 and the LMP3 Fixed Series. They are going to go to Long Beach this week. There is no chance of rain in this, so it's not fully chaotic. It's not as maximum chaos as it could be. But yeah, the multi-class aspect of this, of LMP3s trying to get past GT4s at Long Beach, is going to be hilarious, and I love it. So this will be one of those weeks where, again, it won't be the most popular, but I still think it's going to be a little bit underrated. This will be a lot of fun, especially if you're in the LMP3 trying to get past the GT4s. If you are going to be a GT4 in this, I wish you the best of luck in the world, because you're going to need it, because the LMP3s are going to send you to Narnia. They really, really will. They will not want to lose any time behind you, but that's just the nature of the beast of doing a multi-class at a track like Long Beach. Hey, if they can do IMSA in real life here, why can't they do the Falcon Sports Car Challenge? Why not? Now, like I said, there's no chance of rain. I think the in-game sim time is early in the morning, so it means the track temperature is going to be like low 20 degrees Celsius. So at least you'll have that on your side. But yeah, I think this will be one of the more popular series this week and should be a lot of fun. And if you do go there, again, it's one of those combinations. I wish you the best of luck, but do be warned, there is a high chance that you might lose some safety rating and some iRating. All right, next up, let's talk about the GT3, shall we? Let's talk about the Sprint, the Fixed, and the Open. Now, all three of those series, as always, follow each other, and they're going to go to Algarve this week. A really good, fun track. Now, I think lots of people will say that it's a good track to lap, but it's a difficult track to race at. So we'll see if that is the case this week. Now, things to note about this one is there's no chance of rain. Track temperature is on the higher side than what we are used to, so it's going to start about 28, 29 degrees Celsius and may rise. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic track. It's really, really good to lap around here, and I think it will be a good week for the GT3s. And yeah, not too much to shout about in this one because there's no rain and all that kind of stuff. There's not really a transition to night or anything like that. So yeah, just a good, solid week. I think this one will be fairly popular as well. Although I will say Algarve, when it arrived, lots of people were asking for the track, but I feel like when it actually comes to being used in official sessions, it's actually not that popular, which kind of surprises me because it is a very good track. But anyways, cool. That is the GT3 stuff covered. Let's now go and have a broader look on what this week has to offer. Alrighty then, let's have a broader look then, shall we, at what this week has to offer. Okay, let's start off with the series that basically pop up on the list first, shall we? So Proto GT, at the moment, it is at Daytona. Probably over, people won't really be looking at that because of what's happened this week. But anyways, next week, you're going to go to Sonoma Race, where you're going to do the IndyCar 2012-2018 layouts. Now, the GT3 tours, let's have a look. Asia Tour, you're going to go to Winton Motor Raceway. The Americas Tour, you are going to go to Summit Point Raceway. That's interesting. That is interesting to see those cars race there. I feel like they'll be very quick for that size of track. And the regional tour for Europe is going to go to Alton Park. I do love me some Alton Park, I have to say. It is a lot of fun. Now, the Ringmeister series, one of my favourite series on the service, and many for you as well. Now, it's going to get the Ford Mustang FR500S. I have no idea how popular that is going to be, so we'll find out this week, won't we? I think we're just generally going to have a lower amount of participation, pretty much everything this week, because I feel like lots of people take a break after the Daytona 24 hour. Can't really blame them because a lot of effort goes into it. Anyways, the 296 Challenge, that's going to go to Imola for this week. Now, I believe the Mazdas, I had a look at this earlier, the Advanced Mazdas, they're going to go to Daytona. Now, I know we've had a lot of Daytona, but the MX-5s at Daytona are fantastically good fun. As you will have known as well in real life if you watch the MX-5 races before the 24-hour. Some argue the MX-5 race is better than the 24-hour race. They're just so much fun. It's so tight, and it's so good. So, yeah, it's a good reason to give it a go this week. Now, Production Card Challenge, you're going to go to Phoenix Raceway. That's the Legacy Road course. For this week, Global Sports Car Challenge, I should say. Portland International Raceway. Again, one of those tracks has been added, which is good. You know, the more tracks on the service, the better. But I can't imagine that being that popular. Radicals, currently at Daytona. You're going to go to Long Beach. You're going to go to Long Beach as well. I imagine that is going to be so bumpy for those cars. IMSA Vintage Series, where are you off to this week? Ooh, you're going to go to Le Mans. Okay, is this the one with the chicane? I imagine it is. Indeed, you got the chicanes. Interesting. That should be a good week for that series. There should be plenty of people turning up for that. GTE Sprint, a popular series indeed. That is going to go to Road Atlanta, so that should be good fun and a more popular week for that series, but it's a popular series anyways. It really need that. So I think that's pretty much that for the sports car stuff. Let's have a look at the Formula car stuff, shall we? Let's start off with Indy NXT or Indy Next series. That's going to go to Zandvoort. That is for the road courses. Let's check out the F4 regional tour, shall we? Americas, you are going to go to Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, so Mexican Grand Prix. For that one, Europe, you are going to go to Barcelona. That is Grand Prix layout, so commiserations there. The Asia Tour for the F4s, you are going to go to Fuji. Very nice. Fuji International Speedway there. Let's have a look at the Super Formula Lights. Where are you off to this week? You're going to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. They will be quick. They will be quick there. That will be an interesting race, that's for sure. Formula C, so the F3 cars, where are you off to? You're going to go to Suzuka, a very popular track. Open wheel stuff, I think, Suzuka. So, yeah, that should be pretty decent. Oh, and the F4 fix, I almost missed that. That's going to go to Miami, and that's a Grand Prix layout as well. So, that should be fairly tasty as well. IndyCar. So, let's have a look at that. IndyCar for the Oval Fixed. You can go to Chicagoland Speedway for this week. NASCAR fans, let's have a quick look for you. The Cup Series for the next gens. They are going to go to, is it Pocono Raceway? I hope I've got that right. What about the trucks? You are off to Indianapolis. That is the NASCAR Oval. Let's have a look at that. Oh, yeah, okay. Can't say I'm a massive fan of that layout, I'll be honest. Yeah, I can't say I'm a massive fan of that one at all. Is it the same in the Open? Of course it is, yes. And the Xfinity Series, you are off to Auto Club Speedway for this week. Now, I think that pretty much covers everything. I'll be honest with you, it is going to be a bit of a quieter week this week, I think. Nonetheless, I think it's good to have a little bit of a break from Daytona because it's pretty much everyone's been concentrating on that, and it's been Daytona, Daytona, Daytona. So it's a little bit different. There's a real mix of series this week. I don't really know how this week is going to go down. For me, personally, I always feel like the week after the 24 hours is a little bit of feels a little bit sluggish, feels a little bit, you know, I just feel people just want to take a little bit of a break, which is totally understandable. Yeah, I still think it should be fairly popular. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of This Week in iRacing. As always, if you have, please do leave a like on the way out and do consider subscribing to help your boy on his way to 100k subscribers. Anyways, I'll leave you to it. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Take care. Good luck.